Hello, Psychonauts. What's happening? The resonance on the dual dagger is subtle. Hey, Ivan. Let's go to the view here. So, I bought a thing today, and I think it's going to work. And I'm kind of psyched about that. And it's just a... It's a desktop. I actually have one at home. It's what my mirrorless camera sits on. Well, in this case now, a webcam over my monitor. It's just a desk clamp, and it has a short tube, and it telescopes, and it has a tripod mount on it with a swivel, 360 swivel. Okay. So if I turn this thing flat, straight up, and then mount that clampy guy onto it, I should be able to extend it straight out to about here, floating in space, and get a hell of a lot better view of the rack. And yeah, that makes me kind of happy. I don't know what I'm doing tonight. I'm just playing around. Some days, you know, I'm really happy to have access to this beast. It's a little bit too... It's too nice for that. Let's compare, shall we? Let's compare. Let's compare this to the neutron. The supercritical neutron flux. I kind of splurged when I got this filter, to be honest. Now, number one, I do have gain here, which is nice. In fact, I've got 20 dB of extra gain. So you can overdrive it to grossness if you want. High pass. Which is kind of cool. Well, I love my melodizers. Yeah, it's great. The Dual Dagger does not have any attenuverters or anything for CV inputs. And the CV inputs are kind of like basic. And there's one for resonance, one for high pass filter, one for low pass. That's it. What it does have is kind of a cool stereo like separation thing going on. We can actually test that. Let's do that. Let's swap this back into the Dual Dagger just for another second of this, and then maybe we'll run with this and add some parts and, you know, build something terrifying and disturbing. All right, so there we are. We're doing our thing. Now let's. I'm gonna throw an LFO here into one of these two inputs. So it's sort of stereo separated the two filters. Low pass is in my left ear, high pass is in my right ear. And it's just panning between the two. And if I put it in the other one, it does something similar but opposite. Oh, maybe not. It doesn't seem like it does anything. What is that? What is that? I can't even read it. Oh, it's so bright. Pan. High pass. All right, well, the high pass is all the way down. Nice little swoopy band pass guy going around there. Oh, I had it. I had it. Where are you? No, I tried to attenuate the envelope. Fan of that reverb. Kind of sounds like a spring reverb. Yeah, it's really cool. I need something higher. That's nice. It's weird. It's only going into the right, like the left ears. Is it going to the reverb? That's a really neat effect, actually, even though that doesn't seem like it's the way it should work. Huh? Alright, let's just hang that there, and let's just make a bunch of blibby dibby 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 noises with lots and lots of running sequencers. Because if I've got anything, I've got a lot of sequencers, and I got a lot of filters. Although I could always use another one. I could fit 2 filters in the space of the Mankato C. But I love it so much. Anyways. What to do here? Oh. I know what I wanted to do, what I thought about at least, was making sure, I'm going to try to build a little percussion part thing, doo-wacky, with the Eurorack probabilistic generator, which is I mean, that's a pretty great name for a product, I have to say. Almost as good as Positronic Recursion Studio. Almost. Almost. But that's a pretty great product name. Come on. Positronic Recursion Studio. Yes. And that's supposedly arriving within a week or so. So we'll see. I think my first experiment with it is going to be at home. And probably just on my small modular system there. And I can then plug it straight into my Elgato and use it just right into like 60 frames capture. So that's the plan anyways. But I also have a little projector at home. So I certainly aim to dude, ever since I got this case and I bumped up the height of my stool, it's still taking me a while to get used to, like, sitting upright more. It's weird. Okay, what are we gonna do? You know what I really liked, what I did yesterday? I really, really, really liked that white noise kind of percussion blip thing that I had going on. And I would like to maybe try to recreate something similar. And how we do that? How we do that? Actually, that would be easy. There would be so many ways to do that. That's the problem. Well, let's start with white noise. How's about that? White noise into a filter. What's the best filter for this? It needs a high pass and a low pass. Maybe the Neutron? I was almost thinking the Morpheus, but I don't know. Me and the Morpheus don't really get along that well. That thing is, I don't know. You know, it's got a sound, and I don't necessarily like it. But let's give it a shot, all right? This is just pure white noise. This module, by the way, is a really weird and interesting little module. It's a noise, white noise, low pass white noise, high pass white noise, red noise, all right? And then it has a wave folder, just a really basic wave folder, in, out, and you just attenuate the level going in. That's how much folding it gives you. And then it has a pulse to gate or trigger converter. And it's great because I need all of those occasionally, and it's in the perfect little 4 HP module. It's such a nice little utility module. Anyways, one thing I gotta do on this is boost up the freaking input gain, is it's always too quiet. Yeah, minus 3 dB. No, let's go like plus 15. Okay, like seriously, why you gotta nerf the preamp like that, bro? That's half the reason you sound like arse every single time. So, you know, what's up with that? Alright, can this... it doesn't quite reach. Alright, figures. Alright. Kind of just want to go into a mono channel with this. Although, actually... Okay, that's really loud. For some reason, distortion was like all the way. Okay, well maybe my input gain is a little bit too high. Like, you think? Yeah, this is going to be horrifying. So, warning, potential for destruction. That's not that bad. Okay, no, it is a little hot though. Let's bump it down 5 dB. Yeah, let's go a little farther. Oh, it's still... So, here's the thing, right? There are some really interesting filters in here. Vowel, like, formats and stuff. There's hundreds of models. Now, what if we just took the stereo out and we're just like, here, be stereo? Is it going to make any kind of difference, effect at all? I don't think it is, because it's just a mono signal. Well, that doesn't help me at all, does it? Come on, man. Here's what we do, right? We be clever with this shit. And we put the high-pass white noise in the right channel. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay. Now, what's the best way to make a quick sequence of semi-random notes? Looking at you, Turing machine. Let's do that. Marbles would be a good one too. But then I'd have to run a clock, and I'm lazy. All right. You know what? Actually, I think this tempo is a little bit too quick anyways. I kind of want to go... Let's go right about 100 here. But, I kind of want this whole pattern to be 8 notes. No? You know? Well, let's try 16ths and see what happens. Alright, so we're basically just going to take an output, and we're going to put this straight into the full level CV in. Okay? So, like, that would be like the volt per octave. So now we got a pattern, right? Now we need, of course, nice, crispy envelope whose cable doesn't reach. God damn it. Francisco! Welcome. What's happening? I don't know, man. Making some dank percussion weirdness. Starting with that. Well, I had some sequence going. That's stuff going. Things are happening here. Okay, we got ourselves a little Zadar envelope going down, and then we're going to route that through here, and then we're going to go into this. It's interesting. Of course, we can just scan around for filters. Thank you for making the default distortion all the way on. That's very intelligent of you. That's kind of more like it. Okay, but. I want to slow this whole thing down. Okay, where were we here? Now, what we could do then, of course, is throw some CV into the Turing machine so that pattern changes every once in a while. 6 a.m. in Thailand. Sweet. You know, there are just days that I'm like, I just love living in the 21st century. Like, that's just so damn cool to me. I am of that generation that remembers not having the internet. Let's just let this wander aimlessly. my lesson. Channel C. Do the thing, and we shorten the thing down to about 10 milliseconds.
Mr. Sensitive Cocaine, he don't take no regular trigger. No.
Must bow to the wishes of the cocaine. Oh, software, you mean? Well, what's the difference between having sex and looking at porn? There is a certain magic with hands-on. With, here's your hardware, what can you do with it? It's all voltages, do weird stuff. I dig that. That's just, it just hits my brain right. Software's fun. Software's flexible. And it's cheap. It doesn't sound as good, potentially. So let's get a baseline going here. And I'm thinking, yeah, let's use the SIG. SIG is good at baselines. Barely. Okay, from there, we're gonna need 2 of these. This one I will definitely put to the neutron filter. Just a good old happy straight low pass 24. Except we need an envelope. We need an envelope. To control the sound. We need an envelope 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 to control the sound. double down on the porn versus sex comparison. I'm not saying porn's bad. That was never uttered. It's fun to look at. But to me, it's like you're building a brain, right? And when you, like, for example, I've still got holes, all over the place, and some of these modules are just like placekeepers that I'm probably eventually gonna ditch. That guy, probably that guy, there's that motherfucker. Yeah. So when you add a new module, it's like you add a new neuron or something, and then it starts firing off dendrites and connecting with other neurons, right? So you don't know the long-term effects of having a module in your rack, what they're actually going to be. You might use it for a completely different purpose that you had never even imagined. Case in point, the subharmonicon. Speaking of which, I haven't used it in a few days. I kind of miss it. This is my patented subharmonicon stand. It's a small school whiteboard. Eeky, eeky, eeky. There it is. And I'm going to cram it carefully underneath my case so it sort of hangs there. And this is a complete rinky-dink operation here. So when you really think about people with ultra slick studio setups, I am not it. Consider it a logarithmic or at least geometric amount of spending that you would have to do to not only have the perfect environment place, but to also have all of the organization and cabling and routing and furniture and all of that stuff is buku bucks that I choose to not spend, that I choose to spend on other things like rent, mortgage. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, my thing with this was really simple. I'm going to learn how to do this stuff. And I know myself. I've been performing, musically speaking, like since I was a kid, right? Piano lessons and stuff all the time. And so it's kind of ingrained in me at this point, and I just wanted to make sure that I actually had some sort of like outlet for it. So like during COVID lockdown, I started doing tons of live streams from home, and that's when I started building my modular stuff. So what do we got right here, right now? No way, bro. Is that a C? That is a C. It's amazing. All right, I'd like that lower. Okay, that's fine and dandy, except it's not. That's closer. That's interesting, at least. No, what I did last time with this that I was like, okay, yes, that's a win, was throwing an output from the SIG, alright, just playing C's and G's. Okay, so C and a G at, if I remember correctly, pretty high levels, like high notes. And then basically just randomly using this to tune one of these oscillators. So these oscillators are both playing in fifths right now, right? So if I tune it up by fifths in a rhythmic sense, not half notes though. Let's keep it on like eighth notes maybe. Another example of SIG-controlled subharmonica that we will then take and throw into the R-bar. Because that's the way, this is how you do it. Okay, done. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. So Central does it like nobody can. I always favor you got much flavor. That's how we do it. I like that song. I got a soft spot in my heart for 90s pseudo hip hop. Yeah. Where were we? Oh yeah, well we were hooking this up. But I'm thinking we could completely change the nature of this. And it would be interesting. Alright, like this. Let's give this guy a super slow clock, too. Let's give this guy a quarter note clock. I think that'd be more entertaining. It's like an orchestra tuning up in Hades. That's actually not bad with a little bit of regular reverb on it. Interesting. You know what I mean? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord, now what did we do? Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay. I'm alright. Things are fine here. Small reactor leak. Got it pinned down. Everything's fine. How are you? Okay, that's better. Something might be wrong here. That is actually correct. Sounds like the tuning is off by a little bit. But maybe realistically what it is the analog oscillator up here is a little bit low. just did. But they only show up when the filter is open. The delay only does. Now we've got an R bar to patch. Let's patch this patch with patches. Something like that. Accept. Notes, okay. And then gate. Alright, now I'm going to do something a little different and unusual here. Do a thing. I'm going to take the pitch out from that sequence and put it straight into the cutoff. So you just use the notes as your filter. hearing something. It's weird. Why? Oh, this is not There are other models that use actual both outputs as stereo. Take this trigger. Bring it into another envelope. Bass drum, why are you so wimpy? You know what's better at that kind of thing? The vector. Part 2. Control length 16. sequence is enabled, and now we can do fun things like change. What's up, Nick? Okay, let's pause for a quick second here. For a quick commercial break. I'm trying to think. Do I need another part? Another percussion thing or some sort of doo-wacky? I still hear the bass. Boom, boom, boom. Close Encounters thing going. I feel like I do. I feel like maybe, you know, I thought about breaking out the probabilistic generator and throwing down some weird percussion part, and that seems like a good idea. So let's do that. Let's make a goofball yellow cluster of weirdness here. What's the name of my new band? Goofball yellow cluster of weirdness. So along with these 3 probability-based triggers are also going to come 3 different sets of CV to control the pitch of the T networks here. Right. I get hit. And then I'm thinking this would be good in stereo, to be completely honest, and I think the best way to do that is to... That's right, we're gonna use the ADAC Systems submixer. Eddie Hill, who dis? I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. Who you? Alright. I don't know if these cables will reach. Yep. This one we don't need then. It's amazing. Oh. Got to route it underneath. It's getting a little crowded in here. It's channel 3. Okay, there. I'm curious. Okay, so thing. Dude, too many. that's right. I forgot. I've got this thing to do destructive things to the levels, like soft clipping. You know, weird. Interesting. What is this deep end of which you speak? Oh, the Venus Theory Discord? Yeah. It took me a second to remember. That's what it was called. Funky. Funky fresh. And I'm out of here. So, yeah, not sure when the next day will be. Could be tomorrow. Tomorrow's supposed to be blisteringly hot around here. And next 2 days. Seems like a good time to retreat into the studio. Anyways, we shall see, and I shall see you soon. And thanks for joining me. And take it easy. And